How many of us overlooked Rayleigh when he was first released because of how much of a stipulation he has? The red leader from set 12, you cannot have cards with a cost of 5 or greater in your deck according to the rules. Active main once a return, reveal 2 event cards from your hand. Give it to one of your characters with a base power of 4,000 or less, plus 2,000 power during this turn. Feels really weird, and like, I think on paper, people think, well, why don't you just play red Zoro? Seems like a weird stipulation to just buff one of your characters. But honestly, a lot of these events are really good. However, we're still using some classic red aggression cards like the 3/5 Rush Zoro. Of course, this list is coming from us from a recent tournament win, the first place regional winner, which is really cool to see. I think they had 2 regionals going on like at the same time in Tokyo, because I guess there's just so many people, right? But shout out to the winner. That is really well played, right? Winning a regional with a new deck, and one that I don't know, maybe some people overlooked. I was hopeful that it would be good, but I was more or less thinking that it'd probably be better maybe in set 13. I don't know. That was my prediction, at least. But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you enjoy these deck profiles. And if you want to support me in this channel, you can check out Nen Garden and use my code StrawHatPecan for 5% off on top of their summer sale they're running right now. That's StrawHatPecan for 5% off on top of their sale, which is a really good deal. And you can get some really nice playmats. So make sure to check that out. But let's get into this. It appears that they were running a bit of older cards in the way of finding, like, this Luffy is a very key piece, being a new SR. So I guess we'll go over him first, because that's, I guess, why you're running a lot of the Straw Hat Crew package with that Nami Searcher, the Zoro, the Sanji 2K. He is a 4/4, so that Rayleigh can buff him, right? And 1K counter. If you have 2 or more attached Don cards on the field, this character gets plus 2K power. That is pretty good, right? Just a free 2K that can become an 8K essentially, right? I think there's a lot of events that attach to Dawn, and these are 0 cost events, so they're like on your turn, so they're just free to use. Obviously, that's why you keep them, because you need 2 for your lead ability, but the fact that you can use them for free, just a lot of aggression. And then on play, reveal 2 event cards from your hand, play up to 1 character with a power of 3,000 or less from your hand. Then give it to one of your rested Don cards to your leader or one of your characters. Nice way to flood your board. A lot of people run with this Sanji, just such good power combination. Like, you can swing a lot of like 6K to 8Ks fairly early on with this type of build and just finish your opponent off fairly quickly. It is kind of crazy. But let's get into it. We got the Nami Searcher, look at top 5 for Straw Hat Crew. We got Buggy that searches for a red event. I feel like this seems pretty crucial, honestly, for the deck with how many events you have, just to be able to search for them with this. And then, of course, Buggy can get buffed with your leader building. And then we've got a new card, Shakuyaku. 1 cost, 2K power, 1K counter on play. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Reveal up to 1 Monkey D. Luffy or red event. Again, that Luffy is such a crucial piece. And it's really like such a unique deck because it is very tailored to himself. Obviously, this would be really good if you could include other Luffys. However, this one is just so good for the deck that you get so many searchers for Luffy as well as your events. Then we got Sanji 2K counter. Activate main, you take a top life to your hand. He gets 2 rested on and 2K power. And that is a 7K swing that can still get buffed up, right? Because this is a base power 4,000 or less. So even if you buff them up, you can still buff them as long as they had less than 4,000. Like just off on the card, right? Then we got Boa. This is another new card in SR. She's a 2/3 on play. Look at the top 5 cards of your hand, reveal up to 1 red event or Monkey D. Luffy and put it into your hand. Activate main. You may trash this character, give it to 2 rested Don cards to one of your leader or characters. So really nice that you can swing with her and then trasher to swing higher with another leader or character. And also as a searcher, right? There's just so much consistency. With a deck like this that's aggro, low to the ground, a lot of obviously less than 5 cost characters, it's very crucial that whenever you play something out and you're going to swing with it, it can replace itself. Because they're such low power characters, it's very easy for your opponent to just get rid of them on the clapback, right? 5k power is our highest stat line, so it's not really easy to defend these. So the fact that we have a lot of searchers that can swing, that is really what makes the deck consistent. We got just classic 3/5 rush Zoro. It's nice to just have additional rush cards with an aggro deck, even though he doesn't have that power stat line to be able to be buffed, but we don't really need to buff him if we have another character to swing with. It's just another additional swing. Sanji, really great card because it's on your turn, a 6k swing that you can still buff, and then on K draws a card. Again, replacing himself, very crucial. Then we got the Kid Killer, 4/5, no counter. When attacking, if your opponent has 2 or less life, he gets 2k power for the turn. That is, you know, again, just another way to get free value to swing higher. Keeping all of those swings very consistent at like 7k stat line is very, very good. We got the Luffy, our last character card. Then getting into our mountain of events, we've got the a 0 cost event, To Never Doubt. That is power. A 0 cost event. You may give up to 2 active Don cards to your Silver's Rayleigh. Your opponent can't activate blocker, so this is our unblockable. Nice. And again, this is a lot of my first time actually seeing some of the cards if that leader character is attacked during this turn. Counter, give up to one of your characters or Silver Rayleigh plus 2,000 power, so a free 2k counter. So even though our deck is very flooded with events, a lot of these I think can be used as counter as well, right? We've got Observation Hockey, a 0 cost event main. Attach 1 active Don card to one of your Silver Rayleighs. Look at top 4 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 red event or a cost 3 or greater character card, and then add it to your hand. Then place the rest of the bottom of the deck. So nice way to search for Sanji, Zoro, or Luffy, Kid Killer, or any of other events. Really nice. We got Conqueror's Hockey, a counter event. Give to one of your characters or Silver Rayleigh plus 2k power during this battle. Then you may rest one of your Don cards. If you did, give one of your opponent's characters or leaders minus 1,000 power during this turn. So really nice. Side note, it's a silly thing whenever we play against a Rayleigh on the sim, but they just have to keep revealing the same events over and over again. I gotta imagine that gets quite annoying in play, but very fun deck, very interesting deck. We got Armament Hockey. You may attach 1 active Don to your Silver's Rayleigh. Give to one of your leader characters plus 1,000 power during this turn. Or counter, give one of your Silver Rayleigh plus 2,000 power during this battle. Or one of your characters. We've got Gum Gum King Kong Gatling, a 2 Don event to give one of your leader characters plus 3,000 power. Then if your opponent has a character with 7,000 power or more, it becomes another plus 1,000. So a 2 Don to go plus 4,000 is really nice. Again, since we have a lot of low power characters, you can really swing in pretty high with this. And then we've got Mulgun, 4 Don. Give to one of your opponent's characters minus 5,000 power during this turn. And then if you have a power 6,000 or more character, KO one of your opponent's characters with 2,000 power less. This is a really good removal card. So, and it's Straw Hat Crew. Searchable with Nami, or, I mean, we just need more events, right? I like this. I like this. Again, this is my first time trying out Rayleigh, so I'm interested to see the playstyle. I was very hopeful that something this unique of a leader would be pretty good, because it forces you to obviously use a lot of the newer characters and newer stuff, but also taking in a little bit of that old red goodness that we're used to seeing like in the Zoro deck or so. But yeah, let me know if you guys are looking forward to Rayleigh. I think it'll be a really aggressive deck. I don't know. Obviously, since this Luffy is a key piece of the deck as it can cheat out a body, starting hand would be either Luffy or something to find the Luffy early on. Something like the bow would be good too, because it's something that can swing on our 3 to 4 Don turn, right? And can find us the Luffy. Sanji is probably one of the best if you're just going for pure aggression, like things to find with the Luffy to play out off of him. So yeah, finding some searchers and something to find Luffy or having Luffy out for our starting hand is something that I'm going to probably be mulliganing for. We got Sanji. I think Sanji is also another underrated deck, truthfully. We're going second, so I think the fact that we have 3 searchers, is really good. Hoping to find a Luffy, and we got another armament hockey. Okay, we'll go search, found the Luffy, nice. It sucks that we bottom decked a Sanji off of that, but we'll see. I guess we just we could take Vent. I don't, because we have one already. We have 2 Vents already, and we have a buggy to search with next turn. That's why I took the 2k counter. Although a lot of our events can be used as counter. We are a 5-level theater, so I will take that. No, another 2k Sanji. Okay, let's see. So I can't swing with, maybe I should have played out Buggy because he could have swung. But I was looking for specifically Luffy into like a Sanji or something like that, the 3 cost. We could go Luffy into Buggy to find another event. That could be okay. Right? Fortunately, these are all attach active Don. So let's go swing 5. Let's go here. I've got to reveal 2 events. 1, 2. Yeah, knowing your opponent has to confirm all of it, which I get, you know, but let's play out Buggy. We could have swung. We still can swing, actually. Yeah, I forgot. Okay. Yeah, we can only pick up 1. That's... Would have liked some of these other cards, but that's fine. And then we'll use our leader ability to reveal 2. And swing 5 again. Pretty nice. Get a 5k swing out of that. And then we'll pass. So yeah, very wide board. And stuff like this. The Sanji just uses so many events, it's really hard to keep track of, which is how many he plays out. Even against like the current Buggy, I wonder how horrible of a matchup that is, because a lot of your 1 and 2 cost characters can swing, right? Plus 2k power. So we can keep open a Don. Boa's pretty good. We can trash her to get an extra swing out. Let's search. Picking up a red event. Should I pick up Unblockable? I think I should, because he plays out a lot of blockers. Like the Reiju, I think becomes a 7k blocker. So we'll take that. Let's go. So if I have 2 more attached on, he just gets buffed up anyway. So I can buff up the Buggy. Right? Let's go to events. Buff up the Buggy. Set to 5k. I can also search again. Pretty good. Boom. Another event. So we can attach with here, right? Give it to one of your characters plus 1000 power. Yeah, we do have a lot of events. So we'll go here and then here. So we can make... So he's a 6k. He's a 6k. And we have a 8k. So we go 6, Ooh. My goodness. And then we can go 7-7. We could have also gone a little high with Boa, but we'll swing with her next round. So many 7Ks, so many 6Ks so early. We can also go on Blockle next turn. Right. Okay. So his Sanji's became buffed because he has 6 events in trash, right? Well, not just events, but so many. Oh, and he bottom decked. Okay. That's the new event, right? That's like... Oh, 11. 3 down to bottom. Okay. We could save. Honestly, he is our biggest swing. But he's got no life. I think I don't think we need to. So he doesn't have a 7K though. How many events is he? He would need to like do 2 more events. We can go 2K. I think we'll probably he has Gum Gum Giant though, but that would put him back pretty far. Right. We'll take another Luffy. Let's see. Yeah, he's got no blockers. How much can we go though? We can just go 2 for 3. Is there better math? I'm unfamiliar with some of the newer cards, right? So I don't want to be a jerk, and that's just a counter event. Let's just go big swing here. 14K. He giants, yep. We still have unblockable, right? And 3 life and a lot of counter, so we're not in danger of dying here. Oof, he just didn't have enough because of the King Kong Gatling. That is crazy. GG. Very aggressive, very aggressive. I think unfortunately he didn't have any of the Reiju blockers out, but again, we did have our 0 cost of unblockable event. Yeah, very, very aggressive, right? Got to be wary though. I feel like I am missing some combo pieces. Like I think I probably could have swung maybe a little bit with some of our low cost characters, right? And I got to be mindful of which ones you're playing out for which stat lines, thinking about how much power you can actually cheat out per turn is a big thing, I think, with this deck. Obviously, you can just go wide and very aggressive with your Luffy, of course. But I think there is just more thought to be put into every turn. How many swings can I really get out of my low power characters? And that's something I'm probably gonna have to get used to for sure. But yeah, definitely a very aggressive deck. Oh, we got Zoro. Do I just take first from you? Whoa. Okie dokie. We do have 2 searchers. Technically, gotta remember that is a searcher, right? So is that fine? And unblock. Now we'll mulligan. I feel like we can probably get better stuff. We'll search. We already have a Luffy, so that's pretty good. I think going second probably be better for us, right? This can help us swing with her next turn. Right, yeah, sure. So we'll pass. But I want to take first from Zoro. I don't really know if that's exact his curve, but I figure him swinging first would be pretty annoying. He puts out Hiyori. Cool. Okie dokie. We can just play out Sanji. He doesn't have anything. Oh, he does if he plays the Queen out on 4. He does if he plays out Queen on 4. For sure. But maybe we hope that he doesn't have it. But then if he does play out Queen, he doesn't get to search with Hiyori. So I assume that he played that out because he doesn't have it. So we'll just set up our board to be wider. Right. I'm a lot less clever and when I'm trying very hard to focus on playing a new deck. But that's okay because we get to experience the mistakes that a newer player like myself to this deck would make as they go into it, and we can all learn together. What do you pick up? A smoker? 6 at us. We'll take. Got another searcher. But we have a really good play next turn. And I can just swing here, right? Just for freezy. For free. Let's go here. Confirm. I almost made a mistake that I didn't have enough events. We'll attach a Don there. And then I think we'll just go buff the Sanji for a big old swing. We can go, that is an 8k swing. We don't have any of our searcher events, right? We do. I guess so. We can search. And then pick up another event. Okie dokie. Swing 7. And then, like, that is a lot to defend from. Even though you're a 5-life leader, as Zoro, he had to 0 cost a smoker. He does run a lot of counter, and that's what I kind of ran into when I was playing Zoro, is that he's only going to be at 6 on. He's already facing down a pretty wide board. Yes, he can clear one of them. He can clear 2, right, with Perona. You know, I could defend, right? Is that worth? Nah, for sure not, right? Is it? And just try and finish him so early? Because I can use this. And then... No, let's just let it go. Let's just let it go. We already have 3 swings next turn with the Rush Zoro. Plays out a Cavendish to go bam. Oh, we'll take... Okay, another Luffy. That's kind of great. We can go... but then I won't be able to use Luffy's ability if I play out Luffy and a Zoro. Well, I could play out Boa off of that. Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Okay, I'm thinking. So we go Luffy, play out 2 events. Wait for him to confirm. Because I can play out a Boa that attaches a Dawn, right? Go here. Attach a Dawn. And then we will pick up another Luffy. Boa can trash herself. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to play out a second Boa, actually? Well, let's go here. Do our 2 Dawn, 2 events to buff up Sanji, I guess. Because it'll be 6, 8, 7. We can keep the Zoro in for another swing, for another turn maybe, when we have more Dawn to commit. And we can just search with Boa. Yeah, we'll pick up... we could probably benefit from an unblockable here. So we'll go here. So that's a 6, 7, and 8 again. And then our board is filled with things that can swing next turn. I realize I'm being so annoying with how long we take on our turns to like fully buff up our board, right? And it's really interesting to see, yes, Red Zoro just slaps a Dawn on his, on himself. Oh, wait, he keeps that plus 2k, so he's a 6k. Ooh, yeah, it didn't even click with me. But like, we just got so much more value And there goes the blocker for sure. That is a lot of Don. He'll get back. 6 yep. Pass. Just let it go, right? Another Luffy. So we can swing with the boas. I don't even know if I want to use her ability to trash herself, because I just want those things, like things on the board, right, to be a threat. Because he had 2 life. He knows we have an unblockable. But yeah, we got so much value off of our 3 swings while developing stuff and attaching Don via the Luffy. I want, like, this is probably going to see, I don't know if you see the play in Red Zoro. He gets his I'm invincible. Still don't know, like, are we calling this the full name of the event, or are we just calling this Zoro invincible? Like, we can counter this, right? Do I have plus 2k power? So that makes him an 8. Character or yes, I think we'll save him. We will save him, I think, because we have events, and he can't attack him again. He has to attack lead, and that's fine with me, I guess. Bam. So I'm sorry, am I reading this wrong? Give 2 active Don cards to your Silver Rayleigh. Your opponent can't activate blocker if that leader or character attacks this turn. So if I just swing with my leader, does it says for this turn, not for this battle. So does that mean he can't activate? That doesn't seem right, right? Let's go boom, bam. Maybe I want to test that just to see if I have reading comprehension skills, and maybe I don't. I don't know. We can go Zoro. Let's buff one of our boas. Go Zoro. Let's go here. So now everything's buffed. Attach 1 Don to one of your Silver Rayleigh. Looked up 5 for an event. We could do that. Let's go 5. Oh wait, I don't have to swing with the leader character first. This guy, should I have swung with I see my reading comprehension. People are gonna make fun of me in the comments. That's fine. Yeah, right. It's just leader. It's just my leader, and he knows that the leader's unblockable, so he just has to counter out of these, right? One of the leader characters, so I can make Zoro a 6k. 7k, right? Oh, it's 2. Yeah, it's 2. 7, 8, 7, 8, 8, 7. So I have to block one. Basically, we're just trying to get him to block early, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I just misread that. I don't know why I thought it would make. Yeah, I'm just stupid. So we can go 7, 8, 8. Those are our best numbers. Yeah. Oh well. We still might get it this turn. If not, we do have a decent amount of counter. Goes Paradise Waterfall. Basically forcing him to block here. I could go a Cav. If he takes, then he has to counter out of an 8. Yeah, he blocks. Let's it go. Ooh, interesting. He has invincible. Do I die with that and like a bunch of swings in my face? Probably. This is a non-counter. I should have done this then to look for a counter event. My bad. So I think I should go with Cavendish. I'm learning. Okay. We're just learning out here. But that was so many swings, even though I'm stupid. I don't know what my poor reading. I thought I would make him for the turn. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. 4 at Zoro. Cool. 9 us, and then he can go 2 more times a 9. Can I get out of a 9? Yeah. Yeah, I can get out of a 9. It's a 2K. 10. Okay. Oh wait, I actually almost couldn't get out of a 9. I just realized I almost couldn't get out of a 9. GG. I am very stupid. GG. But yeah, still a very fun deck. As I'm like reading all of these new cards for the first time. 1K. Yeah. All right. We got Vegapunk. We are going first. Let's keep. We have Buggy Searcher for an event. Pick up our only event. That sucks the bottom deck of Luffy, but I thought maybe with the 2, we maybe should have searched with Nami, but then I figured we can swing with good old Buggy here. Let's go Boa. Pick up a Luffy. No Luffy. No nothing. Dang, that feels rough. That feels rough. Please pick up a Luffy. We could pick up Sanji, but we should probably pick up an event. We'll swing 5. And then confirm, so we can swing another 5. That is... I mean, he has so many triggers in the deck, you just take, I guess, in case, but... You can also heal next turn while getting rid of our wait, is he Slash? No. Of course he's Wisdom. He's a scientist. Silly goose. Okay. See, Lilith picks up Edison, so he's got a 2K. He's got a Nami out of life, which, you know, fair enough. We could just go Kid Killer for it. I don't know. Go boom bam. Wait for him to confirm. We can also just go a couple of boas. Let's go here. You just play out 2 boas, I guess. He has to give the 2K counter. I don't think he has a lot of counter, which, fair enough. I think we do just search with 2 boas to go wide, right? 6 of life. We could have gone 5 with Nami. But yeah, also, yeah, he does seem like he just doesn't have a lot of counter. Vent. But yeah, good buff. A searcher or a good buff. Because we're gonna be swinging with boas next turn. Pick up our Luffy. And then pass. We could also just go in with Kid Killer. Depends on what he plays out here. He gets his searcher or his blocker. I should have gone unblockable if I looked for that. But yeah, he plays out events. RIP. We'll take that. KO one of your opponents get with 5,000 power less. Goodbye, blocker. Yes, that is. I think I forgot. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, because he had no counter. He actually had like no counter. I think even if he has blocker, he blocks out, replays blocker. He could. That's the beauty of the Vegapunk blocker, actually, right? Because you block out, you use this event, bring him back, and then there's a possibility you find another blocker like the Shaka, but I don't know if that is there. I think. Yeah, there's another Vegapunk, it looks like, right? So he wouldn't be able to play that out. But then he would still essentially get 2 blocks. I think we get there with any rush card, though. And our board, like, Boa swings and then trashes herself to buff the other Boa that then swings. And then Kid Killer comes in and, yeah. But GG. We got Koala, which of course does hit us with her leader ability whenever we use Luffy. However, I don't think we care too much because we're just trying to end the game fast, right? And being a 5 life leader, Koala's taking a life for playing a character off of another character's effect would hurt, right? But I think this is a decent hand. We've got Luffy, we've got 2 events, and we've got a searcher. We are going second, so we'll be able to play out Luffy on curve. But yeah, if you're a 5 life leader, I feel like getting that benefit of playing another character like that early, that's, ooh, Boa or Nami. I think Boa, because she can swing easier. Unblockable sounds good. Sounds really good. Yeah, I don't really have a great thing to play off of Luffy now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe we should have left Boa. We could have picked up... Oh, rude. Zeus, and then he searches. 5 at us. That just passes. Fair enough. If you're going to starve me out, I will force you to let me take a life. I won't reveal the unblockable event. Do I play out the Sanji if he's going to... Or I can just play out Nami and search. Yeah, we'll play out Nami. And then we can go here for 6. None of these. Just Zoro. Fair enough. And then I get to take a life. Yay. I don't mind that, right? Because he just decided not to swing at me on 3 Dawn. So he's going to try to starve me out and just clear my board. Which I don't really know if Koala is so much as of a removal deck from what I played it as. Could be different. I don't know. Everyone's list could be different. That is, yes. Right, yeah, that is pretty good, huh? We can go good old Luffy again. I think that's fair and valid. Go boom to events. Let's play, I wish we could play out Zoro. We'll play out Sanji. We take a life. Yay. So let's attach here. Boom, buff. 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 That is a 5, 6, 7. He's going to block out and KO, obviously. Yep. Fair enough. So that's why I didn't commit any extra Dawn there. We don't have any of the searchers, so I just go Sweven 7. Okay. Yeah, Sanji's a little bit greedy here to play out, but I didn't really have a better to play out. But I just need characters to kind of punish him. Right, to go out a little faster. 7 Dawn. He can heal with Akuma, which would be kind of annoying. Which I said it, and then he does it. But he ooh. Interesting. I think this is valid in this deck, because on 4 Dawn, anything you play out that's Revo Army just buffs itself for cost. So it's like you can always get that Sanji out on your 6 Dawn turn. Let's just try and end the game here. Right? He doesn't have many blockers. We can attach Dawn buff. Let's go here. Reveal 2. Honestly, we should probably buff the Luffy. Sanji, we have to play out a rush to buff him. Let's go Sanji buff. What do we get here? Counter event. Okay. So maybe I keep up with Dawn so I don't die, but also he doesn't really have anything to threaten my life here, to be honest. Let's attach a Dawn here. This is already an 8k. It's going to be a 7. Let's buff up the... Yeah, sure. That is crazy. So 7 is going to be our lowest swing right now. Cool. 8. Eight. Just go a bunch of 8s. Or we can go 9. We'll see what he does here. He counters out. Okay. Figure that. We'll go 8. Cool. So we leave up for this event here to go plus 2,000 and then rest one down card. One of the opponent's character leaders minus 1,000 power during this turn. So we can possibly get out of 2 swings. Possibly. We can possibly save our board. Our bigger bodies, like the Sanji, yeah, we can't really save. But we'll see what Dragon plays out. If he just plays out a blocker, we just go unblockable. Right? And even if he gets out of the unblockable, yeah, we just go unblockable. That's why I didn't reveal that, because he was comfortable going down to 0. I actually don't even know if he had the counter to get off of that, but we can save, yes, because I still have, I don't even need to, right? And then make you, okay, yeah, GG, fair enough, I think, yeah, even if I didn't go unblockable, we just split here for the win, because we had a 2k to get out of a 6 if he didn't have the, yeah, he didn't have the event. Yeah, very, very aggressive deck. My goodness. Rayleigh seems pretty fun and pretty good. Who thought? Imagine if they gave him 5 cost characters. Just imagine the chaos that would reign. They had to put such a restriction on my man. That's why I love, he's such a cool character. Rayleigh is like that cool guy. That cool guy in the anime. My goodness. So I'm glad that his deck is pretty good. It is a lot of thinking to, like, really though get the maximum value of your swings for sure, but at the end of the day, just this Luffy feels so strong. It feels so strong. But those are some games. Very fun, a little bit awkward. Again, this was my first time trying out the deck, but my goodness, this was fun and aggressive. Feels very overpowering when you're just spamming out bodies. They're all swinging 6,000 to 8,000 so early. Your opponent can't do anything really to counter out that much. It feels like when Bello Betty gets out 2 Karasu back to back, and it's like, how do you counter out of those type of swings? You just can't really. And on top of that, Rayleigh's a 5 life leader with a bunch of free 2k events, and even then his 4 cost is essentially a 6k power, so it's a little bit easier to defend if, when the Luffy's sideways. Man, I don't know. Yeah, definitely Rayleigh could be a deck that I play for sure in set 12. It feels very strong. Obviously it won one of the Tokyo regionals, so again, hats off to the list. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Rayleigh as a leader for set 12. Did he surprise you with how well he's performing? Or were you a believer from day one? I was hoping that it would be a case of this is a weird leader ability. It's very restrictive. Maybe people gloss over it. And I wanted to pick it up. So I'm glad that people are already on it. I don't know. I'm glad that it is actually doing well, like I hoped. But yeah. Let me know what you think of the set 12 leaders down in the comments of Rayleigh. Anything you would change, do differently. And yeah, are you looking forward to playing them in set 12? But yeah, so many cool decks and leaders to look forward into set 12. But of course, leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you all on our next one. Bye-bye.